would you do if you're sitting in the audience of a book tour and the author ends up getting arrested while she's on stage? This is the recap of episode 1 of The Good American Family. The episode flashes back to 2010 and sets the scene of this couple. Their names are Michael and Christine Barnett. They're having some marital issues. They had a failed adoption. They were really looking forward to adopting this little girl named Blanca. Christine one day gets a call from this adoption agency and they're like, hey, like, we have this little girl. We know that you just had like this failed adoption. There's this little girl who really needs a family. She's 7 years old. She has dwarfism. She's from Ukraine. And if you don't adopt her, we're gonna have to put her in a group home. And her name is Natalia Grace. Christine's like, okay, like, I need to talk to my husband about this before we can go forward with anything. They talk. Christine's like, this is your dream, like, you've dreamt of having a little girl, you want a girl so badly. And they decide to adopt Natalia. They go to the raggediest location and Christine's like, are you sure we're at the right place? And Michael's like, yeah, like, this is the place. It looks like an abandoned Motel 6. They walk into the adoption agency. Natalia had been adopted by this family. The family's rejecting her and is returning her. So Christine's like, can we talk to the parents? The adoption agency's like, no, you can't. That's not allowed. It's a closed adoption. While they're waiting for Natalia to come to them, they hear screaming and they're like, should we go check out what's going on? And they decide not to. Then Natalia walks in a walker. They don't know that she was in a walker. They were not expecting this. Then they have to go sign the adoption papers, and the adoption agency lady is telling them, oh, by the way, you need to pay all the medical debt that the old family like paid for. Now you owe it. And they're like, wait, this is not what we agreed on. Like, what is going on? And the adoption lady's like, it's $7,000. And they're like, we don't have that kind of money. Like, we just spent all our money to get here, to travel here. And the adoption lady is just like so weird. She talk about it. They decide that they're gonna adopt her. Okay, Natalia herself is like creepy. She's calling them mommy and daddy, and she's just giving like odd vibes. She is not acting like a 7-year-old. They have this whole scene where they go to the beach, and at the beach Natalia throws a tantrum, and that's when they're first like, okay, like, this is odd. They take Natalia home. They have 2 other sons, and at the home, the very first like night when she's supposed to take a bath, she throws a fit and hits the mom, Christine. They start seeing signs that like something's off here, like something's really off. And in this episode, Christine's opening this recreation center for kids who have autism, and at the grand opening, she's getting some stuff ready. She wants to prep food, and Natalia walks in and she's like, I want to help you, mommy. And she grabs a cuchillo and she's like, I'm gonna help you, mommy. And Christine's like, no, like, that is too big for you. You cannot use that. And Natalia and her start to like go back and forth. Natalia has it in her hand and is trying to do a whole like 1-2 on her mom, Christine. So Christine is like panicking. She grabs Natalia by the arm. Natalia starts crying, and the dad's like, what happened? That dad babies her. Fast forward, she has her little grand opening. They go back home. It's nighttime now, and in the middle of the night, it's dark, and you just hear Natalia's voice. Hi, mommy. And Christine's like, oh, like, did you have a bad dream? Are you having a nightmare? You need something? Standing there with her little bunny and the cuchillo, and she's like, mommy, it's not time yet. That was episode 1.